Imagine a mist drop over a city or something.
Uh-oh. Oh.
You seem to be slowing down.
Big time. Alrighty, hello everybody. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. I am Knight in Phoenix, and I am with my brother Gregos in Phoenix. And we are doing the Sweden bush trip. Just finished up legs 1 and 2, and we are about to head off on leg 3. One of the shorter, it's only 5 legs total, but 78 miles. So we'll go ahead and click continue to get started here. This looks like an actual genuine airport here. It's only got one runway, it looks like, but still, it's more pavement or asphalt that we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Taxiways and I don't know what else you call that stuff. Yeah. All the turns and okay, let's see, where are we? We are sitting on the runway somewhere. I'm pretty sure we stopped short enough where we've got plenty of runway still in front of me. And go ahead, click ready to fly. Wait for the map to come up. You know what? Well, I guess we'll move it over here. Close it. Okay, so we're going to be going from ESGJ. Edward Scissors. I don't know. And what is it? Echo Sam? Pretty sure it's Sam, right?
Yeah, I think so.
George Juliet to ESGG. Echo Sam George George? That's just silly. Okay, let's do that. Huh, it doesn't have an altitude on it this time. Last 2 times I think they started off as
10,000.
10,000. I'm going to go 2,200. Let's go inside. My fuel's 50%. That should be good. Okay.
Yeah,
because
it probably is, but I filled up just to be safe.
Yeah, we just flew 2 basically 100-mile legs and have 50% of the fuel. I'm not going to fuel up because I just want to live dangerous.
No, I'm curious what it would do too, so I should have left it, but
I just want to live dangerous, that's all. Okay, where are we at here? Okay, I see you back there. We're going to head west. Okay, so we need a little information. Alright, so instruction set 1, Ulrichman. Launch from Jönköping Airport and put your DA-40 on a northwesterly heading over the lowlands of the area of Ulrichshamn. It's almost 21 miles to start, so okay. We'll go ahead and we'll do that. We were going to want to go inside and take a look. Control 5, control 4. Parking brake is locked, okay. So we're going to actually hit it from the inside here. It's now released. Go back to control 1, back outside. I'm ready to rock and roll.
I'm ready.
Okay. Throttle up. And flaps, trim. I know for some reason I keep forgetting to turn the flaps off, or that's not really the right term, but retract the flaps.
Yeah, retract.
Get halfway through the flight and realize I still have 50% flaps on. No, I don't get that far. It's pretty easy to tell once you get up to your altitude and you're still not going very fast.
Right.
Or clean up the aircraft, huh? It's all just shadows. It looks like we'd be coming up on a big old lake or something. ESGJ. What's that there to ESGG. I see an ESG. There it is, ESTJ. Did we lose mustard?
Yeah, I haven't seen him since we landed.
Oh yeah, he's gonna hop in the biplane. I don't think I saw him in there.
Yeah, I saw him on it for the last leg of the last trip.
Oh, did you? Alright, I'm going down to 85% throttle. I mean, the fields here are just weird. They just cut out some trees, stuck a field in it, and
Yeah.
Alright, so when you have flaps, gear, etc. extended, the aircraft is considered dirty. Cleaning up is to configure aircraft normal flight.
Considered dirty?
Yep, dirty. So, he's kind of referring to I didn't have my flaps retracted. So he said, yep, or just, you call it cleaning up. D40 four-seater.
The four-seater. It looks kind of crowded with just me and the co-pilot.
I don't know, I'm inside. I'm just looking around, and I appear to be by myself.
Yeah, when you're inside, you're by yourself, but if you go to your exterior view and do the look from the front, you see your co-pilot.
Wonder what this red lever does. Shit. Yeah.
Just don't hit the red button. It's a self-destruct.
Yeah, there's a few of them. One big triangle red button that would certainly self-destruct me. Here anyway. Go back to there. Oh, a fairly decent little city here. We're making a turn. Some type of I'm guessing a church. Hey, I see angry now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yep. Did I not turn my heading on? I'm not turning it. Come on.
So you hover over NAV and it shows your options to turn it off?
Yep. It was not on. Could have swore I clicked it on earlier.
Yeah. No, I swear lots of times that I should be turning and I'm not. Okay, 252. Boras. Fly over the patchwork of fields and forest toward historic Boras. Then turn west-northwest. Patchwork of fields and forest towards historic Boras. The only thing I know Sweden is probably that one Swedish chef guy on Sesame Street. Doggy. Well, whatever it was, I don't know. I'm seeing shorelines draw in.
Alright. Boris was founded in 1622 by King Gustav II Adolf.
What year?
Boris. 1622.
1622.
Boris is Sweden's leading textile center with cotton and woolen mills, dye works, hosiery factories, and weaving colleges.
So you say cotton?
Yeah.
So we should see cotton fields.
I don't think so.
Well, we're familiar with those. We've seen them in real life here. Used to.
Yep.
And we've cultivated plenty of them. In Farming Simulator 19. You know, at some point somebody had to decide that cotton pickers were less than human or something.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody came up with the term, you cotton picking so-and-so, right? So some of them you had to decide. You president of the United States so-and-so. You know, it's not quite the same rank.
Yeah, it's just like back in those days, the food for the lesser people was lobster.
That's a big
So
roof
now
on
it's
that
like-
building. Or a big building, I guess. Yeah, now lobsters for the elite.
Yeah.
Wonder why? Because what, lobster was bottom dwelling, just like the catfish, right?
Right.
I've never been all that big of a fan of lobster. I do like crab. I just don't recall having that many opportunities to eat lobster.
Yeah, I like them both. Lobster doesn't have, to me, that much flavor.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's always associated with melted butter.
Yeah,
you dip it in.
To me, lobster is a carrier for butter. Same thing as corn. Well, sweet corn is pretty good, though.
Yeah, it is.
I know somebody said, okay, we're having corn on the cob. I am excited about the butter and the salt that I'm going to put on it. Not so much the corn.
I haven't had corn on the cob in years.
No, I couldn't eat corn on the cob. I couldn't eat corn. Not on the cob.
Yeah, I couldn't either.
Well, we're over some type of sparsely populated, densely. I don't know. It's weird. Like a lot of roads,
large,
a lot of houses.
The houses are well spaced apart.
Right. We're in some industrial area here, I think now. Is that a factory or another church? I think it's another church. Oh yeah, we're coming up on something pretty major here now. I should put together a flight plan sometime for Eda Boulevard.
Yeah.
Take off from probably Hopkins, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so. Hopkins, go to Brunswick, and then over to Lakewood, and then either back to Hopkins or down to Burke Lake.
Yeah, I was trying to think. The only airport I even know is Burke or Hopkins.
Yeah.
I know there are other ones. Cheryl used to fly out of Medina. She used to fly some type of a Piper Cub or some small plane. I'm not quite sure where that's at. I'm going to find the right plane where we can go slow enough. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be a Cub.
Yeah.
And they're all, as far as we're concerned, they're all tail draggers, I think. Angry has a Cub. I think he has the X Cub in a variety where he has a tricycle gear instead of a tail dragger. Alright, let's take a look. We are going 275. So that is Laram. Start over a pastoral landscape to reach pastor. Okay, gotcha. To reach Laram, a town that is surrounded by a beautiful nature reserve. So I wonder what the oval is over to the right. Like a dirt track.
Right. It almost looks like a racetrack, and then I'm not sure what's in the middle. Maybe some off-road type thing.
Yeah. So as I move away, I see blocks of trees disappear. Now they're not. There goes some. It's kind of weird. I mean, it'd be cool to be somewhere where there's just like water everywhere, all these lakes, but it also at the same time seems like everything here would be swampy. Everything would be always wet.
Yeah, humid.
Yeah, probably.
But I always liked fishing. It would be a great place to do fishing, I bet.
I had no idea there's any fish in any of these.
Right.
They are. I mean, how do they get there? They're all small inland lakes. Angry says Utah stocks inland lakes by air.
Oh, wow.
They just saw it on the TV.
Imagine a mist drop over a city or something.
Uh-oh. Oh.
You seem to be slowing down.
Big time. It was fuel. I just refilled. It was at 38%.
I bet you should have switched over to emergency at 38 or 37, 38
Really?
or 39 maybe.
So yeah, I still had 30 according to the gauge here, 38% fuel. just flying along, and all of a sudden I could hear my engines just like died. My speed was dropping fast. So I still had 38% fuel somewhere. So at that point, according to Grey Ghost, I could have come in here and switched it to emergency.
Yeah.
Because that sucks. I would have liked to have done that. What do you got on that, Angry? Is that what I should have done? I mean, obviously I refueled in midair, which you can do in the game, so. Not in this one. This doesn't do, there's no left-right on the DA40. That's the only thing we have as far as fuel, unless it's something. I'm saying on my dash.
We don't mind. Hope you don't mind me hopping in your Discord.
No. Who is it? Angry?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you're supposed to be in here.
You're always welcome.
All right. So in this DA40, the engine only feeds from the left wing.
Okay. Why does that sound
so
familiar?
There's a switch underneath. There's a switch under your right MFD that says fuel transfer, and that'll transfer fuel from your right tank to your left tank.
All right, I see it.
Okay, so you turn that on when you get, when you start getting a little bit out of balance, and your left wing will go up, your right wing will go down, and then when you can kind of go over a little bit, and then you'll turn it off, and then repeat the process as it sways back and forth.
Okay, so then the fuel quantity in gallons is this. So right and left, that's going to be the quantity for each wing?
Yes.
The triangles there? Okay.
Yep. So right now I had to swap tank. All right, not swap tanks. It's not swapping tanks because the engine only feeds from the left. So you're transferring fuel from the right to the left to keep you in balance. And so that's why when you ran out of fuel on the left wing, you still had fuel in your right wing. So the emergency, and I haven't really looked too much into this, but my assumption is that the emergency is if you ran out of fuel in both wings, like you can't transfer any more out of your right wing, and then you run out in your left wing, there's probably an emergency reserve that you can hit that emergency, and it'll get you, I don't know, 10, 15 nautical miles or something, maybe 30 nautical miles. I'm not sure about that for sure, but that's what it sounds like to me.
Okay. Good enough.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because we both looked when we first got in here today, saying, okay, is there anything down here that you switch tanks? And there's no indicators or anything. So, okay, we're good.
No, but I figured this part out the first time I flew one of these by accident. I'm like, why is my right tank not? And I have no place to just change the fuel to right tank. So I just started looking around on the dash, and I saw the fuel transfer with the arrow pointing left. I'm like, oh, okay. And then when you think about it, that's how this aircraft is designed. Which is kind of weird, but that's the way it is.
I can see right now that my left tank is lower than my right tank.
Yeah.
So if I hit that button, it's just going to equal them out, or?
Well, yeah. What it'll do. So if you hit that button now, let's say you hit your fuel trans now.
Yep.
Your right tank is going to start to decrease because it's transferring fuel over to your left tank, and your left tank will increase. Now, your left tank's not going to increase as fast as your right tank's decreasing because it's using fuel to supply the engine. But eventually, that right tank will surpass the left tank in emptiness. So then you don't want to keep the fuel pump on for two reasons. One is if you fill that left tank up, then that fuel has nowhere to go, so you're going to, you could overpressurize. But if you were lower on fuel on that if you did this a little bit later, like when you had a half tank of fuel, then you're going to get a left wing heavier than your right wing if you kept that right wing on the whole time. So you just kind of want to keep them balanced within.
Okay. So the two triangles should basically be pointing at each other.
Yeah, and you could go a little ways on both sides of it because there is a tolerance. You probably have about 5 gallons tolerance.
Right.
Maybe, about 5 gallons tolerance between the two. But definitely, when you come in for landing, you want to be as close to equal as possible, so you don't have to worry about fighting your left or right.
Yeah, it does take a while to transfer. It wasn't a very big separation that I have, but it still hasn't completely equalized.
Yeah. See, now I have to turn my transfer pump off because I went over about one full triangle width away from my left tank. So now I can let my left tank catch it. So if you were to have a clog in your left supply line, then you're kind of hosed.
Okay.
because you don't have anywhere else to get fuel for the engine.
Looks like we're turning.
Yep. So that means we're about 9 miles out.
103. Which is the final one. Okay. Land Vitter from
coming up on
Gothenburg, head southeast and land at Göteborg Landverter Airport. Okay, so
how far away are you from that?
9.73. So
I am coming up on the second lane.
Okay. Let's see, what do we want to do here? We're set for 2200. Let's bring that down to 1200. Vertical speed, nose down, 300 feet per minute. Kind of weird. Cut some throttle here. Of course, everything we do here is pretty much made up. We just hope it works in the long run.
All for fun. Yesterday on the DC-6, which has 4 engines, 8 fuel tanks, my number one engine quit on me early in the flight. It overheated and squirted itself. So I had to learn how to use the cross feed valves and the transfer valves to make sure that, because if you just left it normal, then your left wing can get super heavy because that one engine's not feeding from the first tank.
Okay.
And so I had to learn how to do that yesterday in flight. That was pretty interesting. I brought up the pilot's operating handbook and did some research while I was flying along.
Yeah, I don't think we have any of that type of stuff turned on yet.
Well, that DC-6 is like it's the most authentic in Microsoft Flight Simulator as far as realism, and you can have it basic flying all the way up to full realism.
Basic flying all the way up to what?
Full realism.
Oh, okay.
Are you heading back? Because now I look like I'm out in front of you.
It looks like you're out in front of us.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm behind you.
Yeah, it put us in a big loop coming back towards you.
Oh, okay. Okay. come off course a little bit. Oh, that's probably fine, because I probably have to land at that runway.
Right, so I'm pretty sure I see the airport. I can't quite distinguish. Well, I can tell which way the runways are running. If we're coming
I thought
from
about
the
making
left.
my own bush trip.
Yeah, I'm going to come in from the left.
Okay. Let me cancel the autopilot here and take control.
Route over these lakes and then come back in.
I wasn't keeping track of the airport as I was leaving the turn. Now I can't find it again. I see you, so I'm going to follow you in, I guess. I hope.
So in essence, if I could get landed and start that third leg, and if you guys are still on the ground, I could just fly direct to you.
Yeah, you could. No, we've done that before. Grey Ghost would crash
Just to catch
or something.
up.
Yep. Oh, I see it now. Okay.
Well, actually, I don't have gamer tags on, so it'd be hard for me to find you.
It's a clickable
I'd have to
button,
look
right?
for your. I'd have to look for your lights. All right, get ready for landing.
Yep.
I had a pretty dang smooth landing on that first runway.
Lined up. I tell you what, the DA40 is a pretty nice plane. It plays well.
Yeah, and at least it's a nose wheel. So
Yeah.
you can hit the brakes and not have to worry about flipping over. Man, I remember when Grey Ghost would be behind you all the time. Now he's always out in front of you.
Yeah. That's by
Keep
design.
running out of fuel.
He was right behind me. Yeah, then he took over.
He's like, see you later.
Yeah, well, I'm sitting here. Why is my plane stopping?
Yeah, when I was prepping for that endurance race, when I was doing my test flying, one of the legs I ran out of fuel 10 miles before the airport. And I'm just flying along, and I know I'm getting low, and I know I'm getting low, but I don't know how low before it actually kills the engine. And then all of a sudden, the engine went, and I'm like, well, I'm not making it to the airport. So I had to change that.
I'm still trying to
Get
lose.
the air down. Get the air speed. There we go. Almost. There you go. Yes. Oh no, it bounced.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, I could not get this thing to just scared me for a second. I saw the nose coming
Brakes.
down. I saw the nose coming down. It scared me for a second.
All right. You had plenty of runway left.
Yeah, I knew. That's why I figured I'm just going to coast this thing right over the top, and I got plenty of room to land this thing.
Sometimes that's my thought process. Hey, I got so much runway. There's no reason I have to land it all the way back in the beginning. I could just do a smooth landing and not worry about anything.
I definitely like
That
these
my
trips that don't have mountains.
Alrighty, congratulations, leg completed. That was 45 minutes. That was leg 3? Why does that seem like it was leg 4?
That was 4.
That was 4 already. Okay, man, those went by fast. All right, so yeah, I think we got time. We'll probably do leg 5. So be sure to check that one out on the channel, and we'll see you on that one.
I think it was our next question. Maybe I'm wrong.